The lights are hotter, the air is thinner, and the frozen breath over the tundra carries that unmistakable truth. When January football arrives in Green Bay, legends are either forged or forgotten. The Green Bay Packers are back on the playoff stage, and in a season that has twisted, turned, and tested the very backbone of Titletown, one name now looms larger than ever before: Jordan Love. Not just as a quarterback, not just as a starter, but as the living, breathing axis upon which this entire postseason reality now spins. This is Lombardi time again, where every snap echoes with ghosts of champions past, and every throw has the weight of 13 world championships riding on it. And before we dive deeper into this moment, Cheesehead Nation, if you love this kind of in-depth, real football storytelling, do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel, tap that like button, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Your voice keeps this community alive, keeps the conversation rolling, and keeps the spirit of Lambeau Field roaring far beyond these walls. This season's ceiling was violently ripped open the moment Brian Gutekunst pushed his chips to the center of the table and traded for Micah Parsons. It was bold. It was aggressive. It felt like a declaration that the Packers weren't rebuilding anymore, they were hunting. Parsons' presence transformed the defense overnight, collapsing pockets, forcing protections to slide, and letting Jeff Hafley's shell coverages breathe on the back end. But football is cruel, and fate showed no mercy. The torn ACL that ended Parsons' season didn't just remove an all-pro edge rusher, it stripped away the defense's emotional accelerant. Suddenly, the burden shifted. Suddenly, everything tilted toward the man under center. Jordan Love didn't flinch. This is where the conversation sharpens. Without Parsons terrorizing quarterbacks and setting the tone snap after snap, Green Bay's championship hopes now live and die with Love's right arm, his eyes, and his command of Matt LaFleur's offense. And that's not panic, that's reality. The Packers are now built around efficiency, timing, and precision, a passing attack that quietly became one of the most lethal units in football. Second in EPA per dropback. Second in QBR. Numbers that don't scream, but whisper dominance if you're listening closely enough. An anonymous NFC North scout told me this week, Love's processing speed has jumped a full tier. He's not just throwing receivers open, he's manipulating defenders with his eyes. That's veteran stuff. And it shows. The illusion of complexity that LaFleur designs, the pre-snap motion, the condensed splits, the play action marrying the wide zone run game, all of it only works if the quarterback is decisive. Love has been decisive, firing on all cylinders even as the roster around him absorbed hit after hit. Josh Jacobs has been the stabilizer, the hammer, the backfield heartbeat. His downhill style has forced linebackers to respect the run, opening those intermediate windows Love thrives on. Jaden Reed, meanwhile, has become the offensive chess piece, motioning into the slot, stretching the seam, threatening jet sweeps. Reed's versatility has kept defenses honest, even without a true alpha receiver commanding double teams. And remember, this is happening without Tucker Kraft, without that safety valve over the middle. Love didn't shrink, he adapted. The numbers back it up. Green Bay's red zone efficiency has climbed to 64.2%, a massive leap from the 51.5% mark they posted early in the season when timing was still being built. Third down conversions, up nearly 8 points since mid-season. That's not luck, that's growth. And now comes the Bears. Again. A rivalry etched into the bones of this league. The oldest, meanest feud in football, reignited under the lights of Lambeau Field. A frozen tundra Saturday night, where the crowd doesn't sit, doesn't whisper, doesn't forget. Love has already split the season series with Chicago, and he understands exactly what this moment demands. A shareholder since the 1960s told me, "I've seen Starr, I've seen Favre, I've seen Rodgers. The ones who win in January here, they don't play scared. Love doesn't look scared to me." That's high praise in this town. There are shades of history everywhere you look. Bart Starr's calm command. Brett Favre's fearless fire. Even echoes of Reggie White's leadership linger in the locker room. That belief that adversity is just another opponent to be driven into the frozen grass. Love isn't asked to be them. He's asked to be himself. And so far, he's answered. Defensively, without Parsons, the margin for error is razor thin. Hafley has leaned harder on disguised cover 2 and cover 4 looks, forcing quarterbacks to check down and be patient. That puts pressure on Love to build leads, to dictate tempo, to turn Lambeau into a scoreboard nightmare. When Green Bay plays from ahead, LaFleur's offense suffocates opponents, bleeding clock with Jacobs, forcing defenders to hesitate just long enough for Reed or Romeo to break free. Hall of Fame analyst Pat McPherson summed it up perfectly. This Packers team isn't flashy, it's surgical. And Jordan Love is the surgeon. Another scout added, if Love stays clean and on schedule, Chicago's going to have a long night. Those aren't sound bites. Those are warnings. Looking ahead, this run matters beyond January. Salary cap flexibility, draft positioning, the narrative around Love's contract value and long-term ceiling. Every playoff snap answers questions that front offices lose sleep over. Win, and the Packers accelerate the timeline. Lose, and the lessons still shape the future. Either way, Love has already shifted the franchise's trajectory. And as the snow falls and the Lambeau Leap waits, this is what it comes down to: belief. Belief in the system. Belief in the quarterback. Belief in a franchise that's been here before, 13 times a champion, community-owned, battle-tested, and unbowed. This is Titletown football. This is January in Green Bay. And Jordan Love is more important than ever.